Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, now that many of us are close to retiring, we're wondering if we've saved enough money. Janice Bangs went to Swanson Financial to find out how we can make sure our money lasts.
Good morning. I'm with David Swanson, the president and CEO of Swanson Financial, a retirement income planning company. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
So how do people make sure that their hard-earned money lasts through retirement?
Well, that's a great question, and it's the quest for most retired people. If you think about retirement like climbing a mountain, you spend decades maybe building up your savings until you finally get to the top of the mountain where you've finally accumulated enough wealth to retire. At retirement is the point where you step off into a distribution phase where you're starting to use the retirement savings that you have built up your entire life. Now, like mountain climbing, the most dangerous part of the climb is actually the descent. People fail to plan, they use too much energy, they're not prepared for the long trip down, just like in retirement. If you make a mistake at the top of the mountain, of your retirement mountain, and you slip and you spend too much money, or you take too much risk, or you don't plan, you can end up failing and running out of money before you run out of life.
Not good. So do you have an example of how we can avoid that mistake?
We do have an example, and let me show you how this works.
Okay.
This is the retirement mountain chart that we were talking about. As you can see, you spend most of your life building up your assets and accumulating them until finally when you get to retirement. When you retire, there are some very important things that you have to consider that you don't really need to worry about in the accumulation side. Distribution side, very important. And also, if we make a mistake on the way down of this mountain, it can really severely affect your ability to be successful in retirement. Social Security is the very first thing that we look at. There are 81 different ways that a husband and wife, a married couple, can accept Social Security, so it can really affect your ability to be successful in retirement. Second thing is a pension maximization report is always completed, which takes a look at the different choices that you would have with the pension distribution options available within your company's plan. Another one is market risk. If people are taking too much risk in the marketplace and drawing money out of their accounts in retirement, they run the risk of running out of money before they run out of life. So adjusting what your risk is in retirement is very, very important. And most advisors really fail their clients because they don't have them make any changes into their savings plans. They keep them just the way they are, which, as you know, as you get older, it only makes good sense to take less risk with your savings because you're not going to be working to build that back again. Another thing are taxes. We have distributions coming out of our retirement accounts, and there's taxes that need to be accounted for. So tax planning is very, very important in the distribution phase. Also, longevity risk. What happens if you just live a whole lot longer than you really thought you were going to?
Yeah. Well, hopefully that happens, but not if my money runs out.
Not if your money runs out, absolutely. So we need to plan for that too. Finally, inflation. We know it's going to cost us more to live in the future than it does right now, so we need to plan for that. We have to have something going forward for us that we don't really have in the accumulation side. And the last one here is inheritance. At the end of the day, you're going to want to leave your stuff to your loved ones. And you want to make sure that they receive as much of that stuff as you possibly can. So we want to try to avoid probate and unnecessary income taxes on the transfer of those assets to the ones that you care most about.
David, this seems like an awful lot. How do we figure this all out?
Well, that is a great question. You can come to one of our many workshops. We have workshops every couple weeks in the local Portland area. You can look on our website, or you can give our office a call directly and schedule an appointment. We'll be happy to talk with you about your specific situation.
So if you want to be sure that your retirement isn't a descent into a free fall, call Swanson Financial. The number is on your screen, and those workshops are free. Thank you so much, David.
You're welcome, Janice.